Hello everybody, this is Ghost Hunter 385. I am back with more commentary, another topic, and more StarCraft for everybody. Oh, a ship on the far side of the planet that you can't make to in time, yet you're in this giant flying monstrosity.
A new tier of abilities has awakened. If you wish to use a new ability, you must select it.
Yes,
Otherwise, it will not activate.
They pop out faster and they have more supplies. Perfect. Just perfect. And
you do not have to do this.
Oh yes, you don't have to do this. Just leave before the Golden Armada gets here. Blah 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 blah.
I know that now.
You know, when you have enemies like Sarah Kerrigan has, you know, the best way to deal with them is either A here, make sure they can't communicate and then destroy them, or B, outright destroy them. If anyone's wondering about the evolution missions right now, I'm going to say this right now, that I will be doing those as separate videos, because if I were to leave an evolution mission in a video, it's going to add a bare minimum 5 or so minutes to the video, and seeing as I'm trying to get my videos shorter, StarCraft makes that harder. I'm trying to basically not do them while this here, basically. So evolution missions I will post as their own videos in their own group. It's funny, most people would assume I would go for the group spines, but I actually like it when I actually give the Hydralisks more health, because they actually last longer.
I'm going to look into your memories.
Oh, here we go. Why does she always feel anger when she sees Abathur? Memories, not important distractions. Oh, he's the one who wrapped her in the chrysalis on Char, like the Overmind wanted. Wow. He did one heck of a job, if that's what he's saying.
You'd be dead right now.
Ooh. Sarah's angry. Why is she angry? Gee. Couldn't think about it. Again, evolution missions later. Now we start the real
The
mission.
Protoss have launched a vessel from the dark side of Calder. We are still able to sense its presence.
Well, anyway, everybody, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, would you please look down at that red and see if your subscribe button is red or not? If it's not gray, would you please tap that subscribe button and please subscribe? Also, don't forget to like and post a comment. Comments can range from you don't like it, things you don't, well, excuse me, things you don't like, things you did like, things that I can improve upon, or topics you'd like me to talk about. I can always do that. Uh-oh. You've got a sleeper on board. That's a bit of a problem for them, but not for her. But in any case, everybody, let's talk about today's topic. And today's topic is discipline and ownership. Now, I can already sit here and hear some people saying, discipline and ownership, why do you have to talk about both? Well, basically they go hand in hand. You have to take ownership of what you do in your life, but you also have the discipline to execute that life, as it were. Now, I don't mean end yourself or ending of life here. I mean do life, live life. You follow? I only doing this for the grammarly inept, I guess you could say. But the point is you have to take ownership for your actions. Now, where's my best example here? Think of all the women you see on the whatever podcast, It's Complicated channel. Hell, you can throw in Fresh and Fit there. And you just sit listen to how they talk about everything they've done with their life, from lonely fans
He's gone.
to basically having multiple sugar daddies and all that
A
jazz,
sentry. Hide in this
or
fence
how,
until it
or they
passes.
ran around being a little heartbreaker, all in their most prime years. They flaunted their looks. They went to the bar, and then after the party's done, all of a sudden they roll over, wake up, however you choose to turn your phrase here. That all of a sudden it's like, you know what? I want that quiet life with the kids, the house, the nice husband, and the white picket fence. Sweet dreams are made of the year. Who am I to disagree with that? But did you take ownership of all of the stuff you did?
Crush them.
Did you now, really? Did you have the discipline to stop yourself and not do all that stuff?
So the
No,
protest
no,
that they
and
have
no, you
infested
didn't.
animals.
So,
They
what
have
makes
no
you
idea what they're up
so
against.
special or any better? Huh? What do you mean, Ghost Hunter? I'm a boss, babe. I'm the table. Yeah, let me tell you something straight. Guys, we don't really care what you do for a living. We don't care how much you make.
The time is
Our
now.
basics
To return to
are,
a brood mother.
let's see, what's the best way? The Marine Corps has a little old saying here: COP, Chow, Liberty, and Puniti, from Lord Undead Chronic. Those are the three things a Marine needs to live. They need to eat, chow. They need to be able to have their free time, liberty, and they need
This
their
area is safe from prying eyes.
and they need their P, their puniti,
Grow.
for stress relief and to make themselves feel better. Well, some, not all, but still, the point still stands. If you're a woman who loves your man, cooks, cleans, willing to have kids, if blah, 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 excuse me, brain fart here for a second.
This is
Okay.
your purpose.
Basically, if you're willing, if you have the shared goals of family life, and whatever, guess what? Guy's gonna stick his thumb, is gonna put his thumbs up in the air and say, "Okay, I'm good, I'm down." Simple, easy peasy. Now, that is for the ladies. Ladies, trust me when I say this. You are not going to get any man to commit to you if you have a really, really big sexual past, or or you're just sitting there just being flirtatious, doing this, doing that, and you're not really fooling around with anybody, but you're using and hurting people. Yeah, guys are gonna hold that against you, and he could be the one that you love the most, but he's still gonna ditch ya, because guess what? You decided to go play around. You decided to do this. You decided to do that. Guess what? He's not just gonna wife you up when it's most convenient for you. He ain't gonna do that. I hate to say that, but he ain't gonna do that unless he thinks you're worth the value. And any guy who's been on the modern dating market, from some of the nightmare stories you hear out there, most guys are like, yeah, no. I mean, the whole foodie date thing, sugar baby, whatever you wanna call it. In a nutshell, here, folks, that's where women are. They're too prideful, they're too privileged to even think about half of what they may or may not do. Ghost Hunter, you can't say that. Men are just the same. In fact, they're worse. Well, let's be fair here towards the ladies for just 1 second. Yeah, here's the fundamental problem with that statement. That men will do it just the same. Will men act a certain way? Yeah, but here's the fundamental problem. Guy can hold up a sign saying free chicken, free rooster, however you want to say this. He could look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, and he could have a very nice sized package. He'll get takers, don't get me wrong. He will get takers. But if a woman holds up a sign that says free kitty, she's going to get a line around the block, while he's not even going to get a third or a fourth of her line. Why is that? Is simply because most men want to get laid. And if she's putting it out for free, she's going to get a longer line than any man could ever hope of. Could look like Arnie in his prime, big muscles, big this, big that, big package down below. He flexes and everything, and yeah, is he gonna get some takers? Yeah, but is he gonna get a line as long as an average woman's gonna get? No, she's gonna get so much bigger. And if she's not a 5, she's still like a 7. The line's gonna be even longer. But now the question is any of these men in this line, are they actually going to be like, oh yes, baby, I'm gonna marry you? No, they won't. Trust me on that. Now, as for guys, in the immortal words of the Emperor himself, there is no such thing as an incel as long as you work on yourself and upgrade yourself. The Emperor with his great flaming sword is correct. If you are not the person who you want to be right now, then I suggest you level up to be the person who you want to be, so that way you can walk around with confidence and feel like you actually care about yourself instead of just looking in the mirror and just being like, well, you look like crap. Why don't you just go jump off that cliff on the edge of town, make yourself feel better. There you go. Just jump. See, nothing wrong. You hear that sickening squelching sound on the rocks on the bottom? No biggie, no big deal. All better, right? Let's be real here for a second. If you're a guy, either level up and do better. If you can't do that, then find another way to do better. You know, just as an example for me here, what is my biggest problem that I have? Soda pop. I love this stuff. When I was younger, I got the nickname Guzzle Gut. Why did I get the nickname Guzzle Gut? Because I sat there and downed 2 liters of Pepsi literally in under 24 hours. Drank them both. Guzzle Gut. I love to drink soda pop. It's bad for me. It's not good for me. But I still do it anyway. I have a problem. I need to have the discipline to stop. Yes, I do. And I am terrible at it. Working on it. But still, damn terrible at it. And at least I can admit that. Oh, and by the way, while I'm sitting here ragging on myself, you see that little red button under the screen you're watching this on? Yeah, do you see that? Do me a little favor and just click that button so you can get more of my self-deprecation and me giving personal life advice, or however you want to say this, advice, whatever. And click that subscribe button, hit the like button, bang the bell, and please do comment. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Just hit that button and let me know. Thank you very much. Now, back onto subject here. Now we're going to move on to, okay, this is Ghost Hunter's problem. We got that. Okay. So, from here, we ask the next logical question. Why do we need ownership and discipline anyway? Because ownership and discipline make you dangerous to the powers that be. Huh? Ghost Hunter, I thought you gave your thoughts out, not conspiracies, not theories. Well, let's ask ourselves this question. A strong, disciplined, ownership-taking society that does its best to not to try, cheat, and steal, and raise people to be good, to do great things. What does that society become? How about the golden age? How about the golden eras in the United States? I'm not talking the Gilded Era. I could talk about that for a minute, but no, I'm talking about greatness. America used to be one of the greatest countries in the world. Ghost Hunter, you can't say you don't honestly think that. Yes, the biggest problem with American society nowadays is that there's just so much infighting between people here. Now, people sit there and say, "What do you mean?" Think about it for a minute. We literally have so many political parties and basically sub-levels of those parties that we literally have no way of basically being in control of anything. Now, people sit there and say, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense." Okay, feminism, women's liberation. Oh, that's such a good thing. It's all men's fault. It's all man's fault that women didn't get the vote. It's all men's fault that this. It's all that. You know, men do this, men do that. Okay. Quick question. Did any sort of man force you to down those vodka shots? Or did your girls like, girl power? Cherry rum. This is why ownership is so important. Because you can blame 100 different things for all of your problems. But to actually start fixing those problems, you need to reflect on yourself. That comes with ownership. Now, taking ownership, taking accountability, however you want to say that, and then the discipline to do better, well, guess what? You become dangerous because people who can take care of themselves, well, they don't need big government. They don't need big corporations to pay their bills kind of thing. I'm not talking about a job here, a job. Oh, Lord, someone just broke out in a rash. I just said job. Oh. No, I'm not talking about getting a job and earning your way in life. I'm talking about people living on handouts. Take ownership and have the discipline to follow through. It will work wonders. And everything. Now, that being said, that's how you become dangerous. And why do governments and the like fear this stuff? Because an independent populace that doesn't need government handouts, only needs government to do their basic jobs, well, government can't get big. Government has to stay small, simple. The more crisis, the more problems, government gets bigger. You can actually see that. I mean, somewhere out there, there's a CNN poll or a CNN analytics thing where it shows that after World War II, military spending just goes down, 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 down. And then eventually, when you see the welfare thing starts out really small, then it just goes up, 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 up. Welfare has increased by so much nowadays that it's crazy to think that. And this applies to both men and women. Women, if you really want to do better, you need to take ownership for what you've done in your life. Don't just sit there and apologize and be like, oh, I don't know what to do. You know what to do. You have to do right by yourself and by whoever you've harmed, basically. Then, from there, for men, same thing. Take ownership of your faults, take ownership of your mistakes, and just simply do better. If you can do any of the things that I've listed in this video, you will find that your life becomes better. You will find that you are happier. You will find that overall your quality of life improves. It's like the same thing with Jorden Peterson. Why is it in the 12 rules for life, why is it that one of the biggest things Jorden Peterson says is put your bedroom in order, put your room in order? Why is that such a big thing? Let me tell you why. It's because if your life is in order, you feel good, you're doing good, guess what? You start doing more, and you require less help from government, handouts, and everything. It's straightforward simple. It's kind of nauseatingly simple, I'll give you that, because it's like, oh my god, really? I have to have all this to just do better? That's crazy, right, folks? But in any case, thank you for tuning in. This is Ghost Hunter 385, signing off. See you